Future WWE title plans have been revealed on Raw. Plus, is a classic gimmick match being added to WWE Payback? And an nWo member pitched a SummerSlam return. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Busy old night on Monday Night Raw. We got caught up in our first video talking about the CM Punk collision drama. If you wondered why we're not talking about it here, watch the video from earlier on.
Yeah, please do, but no drama.
No drama.
Unless you are CM Punk, in which case, just get up face-to-face to your TV screen and tell us how wrong we are.
We talked about it over there. We're going to talk about Raw now. And loads of future plans for multiple titles across the Raw brand.
So yeah, the cursed women's tag team titles struck down once again via an injury to Sonya Deville. Best wishes to her, and I'm sure it's going to be a lengthy recovery. Basically, Chelsea Green was told last night, you've got to drop those titles. We've got to have new champions. Katana Chance and Caden Carter, the Cowie Girls, as well to call them, on the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast. They wanted to get involved in the mix, but essentially, what's happened is a very good thing. Because out of nowhere, like an RKO, Piper Niven has swept in, taken one of the women's tag team championships, and basically crowned herself champion.
Love
and I'm
that.
all for it.
Look at me. I'm the champion now.
She deserves it. She
does.
deserves it.
She said so much on Twitter. She said, thank you, I deserve this. And you do, Piper Niven.
You do. It's a criminal what they've been or not been doing with you for however long it's been now.
I like how we've gone from, the titles have disappeared for a bit, we'll do a tournament, someone's injured, to just Piper Niven bursting into the room going, right, I'll have that. Mine now. Thanks.
Exactly. Possession
Excellent.
is 9/10 of the law.
Exactly.
I think that's what the saying is.
And it's a nice new dynamic for the Chelsea Green Piper Niven, to add Piper Niven to the mix.
Because surely as a Karen should be like, well, this is how I want the land to be laid out, but surely I'll complain about this. But then again, it's Piper Niven who kicks everybody's arse. And she's going to be happy with it, isn't she?
She was pushing Chelsea out of the room at the end of that, saying, come on, let's go. So I'm all in. I'm all in for it. The world title took center stage on Raw for a bit last night as well. We saw Shinsuke Nakamura turn heel last week, giving old Seth freaking Rollins a kin freaking charser. He was talking to Michael Cole about it on Raw last night, and Shinsuke Nakamura says he wants a world title match. And here comes Seth Rollins.
But he's also, Tom, now that he's heel, he's also Japanese. Because he cut all of his promos in Japanese, which is obviously boo, evil, foreign heel. We're going back down that route in 2023. Oh, make of that what you will. But yeah, Seth Rollins came down, Shinsuke whispered careless whispers into his ear, and now it looks like we're going to Payback, I guess.
It is indeed. So yeah, that whole bit there was great. They shook hands. He said, yeah, you can have a match. They shook hands. And Shinsuke whispers, and I've tried lip reading it. I can't quite make it out. But Seth looks really upset by it. Seth looks like, you look when, you get your overdraft declined. It had a look on him of like just sheer sadness and concern. And then he had a Kinshasa. And now the question is, what did he say that made Seth sad?
I'm sure we'll find out next week.
I think he said as much. I think he said on Raw, on Raw Extra or Raw Talk. Raw Talk. He said, the words will live in Seth's head till next week. And then they'll just fall out.
Disappear.
Just drop out. At least put some Optrex in. He'll be fine. The Intercontinental title takes center stage next week. After that 4-way win, Chad Gable gets his crack at Gunter on Raw next Monday night. We had a lovely war of words with Alpha Academy and Imperium.
Yeah, we saw Maxine slap Ludwig Kaiser, who's been a little bit creepy towards her. Oh, European elegance, yeah? Oh, you like that? I've been keeping my eye on you from afar.
My Augen.
That's what he's been saying. Chad Gable as well defeated Giovanni Vinci, that sexy model in his own right. And then Gunter defeated Otis in a non-title match as well. After last week, it took all members of Imperium to take down Otis to make him the world champion, basically.
That's basically what we need to do. Get Otis back in the mix. I'd love for Chad Gable and Gunter to be the main event of Raw next week.
Yeah, I mean, I did a video predicting who'll be like the one to dethrone every single champion in WWE, and Chad Gable was my pick for the Intercontinental title.
Really?
It doesn't feel like it's going to happen on Raw. It feels like it might be a little bit too soon, just in terms of getting the crowd on side. But who knows if Chad has a valiant defeat, a big half-an-hour matchup, why the hell not? I think crowd will be on side and they'll be gagging for it. Yeah, a Chad Gable win.
I don't see Chad winning, but as you say, a half-an-hour banger.
Because he is really good.
He's brilliant.
You always say this a long time on the Cultaholic Wrestling podcast. He's the most underrated guy in the company in terms of how he's booked on the card. He should be a main event guy.
But he's really found that charisma now, which I think before people accused him of not really having. The Shorty G era didn't do him any favours.
No, it didn't.
But he's got such an energy. Like the wrestling stuff was second to none all the time. But now he's found that personality and that engagement, and that's the secret sauce.
It's a little thing, as AJ Styles said once upon a time.
It's a little thing.
Yeah, it's found a little thing.
It's a little thing. Former stomping ground of AJ Styles, New Japan Pro Wrestling in the news. We'll talk on that in just a moment. But before we get there, Payback's on the horizon.
Yeah, last night on Raw, Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus fought to a double count-out on Monday Night Raw after their match was booted from SummerSlam. Unmercifully. I've used English there. Then the brawl through the crowd into the merch area before Zoe Stark struck Becky to allow Trish to get away. Later backstage, Adam Pearce confronted Stratus and Stark, telling Stratus that her next match with Becky Lynch would be inside a solid steel cage. Dun, dun, dun.
No date set, but it looks like this is going to be added to the Payback card, as will the Seth Rollins Shinsuke Nakamura match. This is like the setup of Payback here. And it's funny because just a few weeks ago, in an interview, Trish Stratus said that she wants a steel cage match. She's never had one. She said never had a cage match. Doesn't matter the type of cage, the one without a roof, or a Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber. I've never had one. There were so many things we weren't allowed to do back in my day. I remember when I was hit with a chair once and everyone was freaking out. I was like, God, can you just hit me with a chair? Now I want a cage. And she's getting one.
Yeah, what a sick woman. Sick woman. Wants all that punishment done to her body.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
It'll be interesting to see how Zoe Stark tries to get in that cage. We know she likes a little stint under the ring to then shock attack Becky Lynch. So how will she get in the cage, Tom?
Pliers.
Yeah.
These pliers.
Or she'll just jump. She can do that, Zoe Stark. I believe in her.
She'll look. Keep an eye on Sin Cara's eBay. See if he's selling his trampoline. And Zoe Stark can buy it and just get on over there.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming to the UK at the moment, Ross. AEW are here next Saturday at Wembley. We had Money in the Bank. Impact Wrestling are here in October. Tickets go on sale for that tomorrow, I believe, for an additional date. But New Japan are coming over too.
There was a press release released by them people over there where they said on Saturday the 14th of October 2023, Royal Quest 3 returns to where the quest began. The Copperbox Arena will host this year's massive event. Already official for the card are G1 Climax 33 winner Tetsuya Naito and IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Sonata, as well as many more to be announced in the coming days.
They like coming over here. They came over for the first one was at the Copperbox back in 2019. Royal Quest 1, which did wonderful. Royal Quest 2 was at Crystal Palace. That's where we had Aussie Open and FTR. Now they're going back to the Copperbox again.
Up the Copperbox.
Up the Copperbox.
Up the 2012 Olympic Games.
That too.
That's where it was. It was built for that, wasn't it? I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know.
It's funny because whenever I hear Crystal Palace, I keep forgetting it's a place and not just a football team. I guess you're wondering what Crystal Palace's kit is in terms of ranking against other kits.
Are you going there, are you? I didn't think we'd get a mention.
Why not?
Bloody hell, he's got his eyes everywhere, this guy. Yes, the Hold and Give football channel, the football YouTube thingy, myself and my good lady Kayla have ranked the football kits from the Premier League. Both home and away will come out this Friday as well. We've done both ones. It's fantastic viewing. Crystal Palace looked like Colgate toothpaste.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. It's a strong look and a fresh look. If you're a fan of the football or the soccer, if you're weird, join Ross on Hold and Give.
Or the football spielen, anything like that.
And you get loads from sort of the Cultaholic multiverse popping up. Like Owen Mawson's
Owen's there, Joel, Dan. We have numerous people popping up. Jack Atkins I do a podcast with every Wednesday. I've got to forget about that.
Cultaholic Classic Raw Reviews, Jack Atkins.
It's funny, to give you an insight into Kayla's sort of psyche. Every time she sees Tony Schiavone on AEW, she's like, that's Jack Atkins in 20 years' time. And ever since she said that, I'm like, yes, it is Kayla. I can see it now.
He'd hate that. But love that as well. Hold and Give, it's our footy channel. Check
Thank you
it
very
out.
much, Tom.
Head on over there. Thank you. SummerSlam could have been very different.
Yeah, of course, SummerSlam was in Detroit.
That was Ross's reaction to hearing how different SummerSlam could have been.
SummerSlam was in Detroit. We saw Kid Rock on the opening bit because he lives there or something. And also Kevin Nash has revealed that he pitched the idea of being the host or the MC, whatever you want to call it, of SummerSlam. But he was basically just turned away. Get out of here, Kevin. We don't want you.
Yeah, Big Kev wanted to bring Diesel to Detroit once again. He pitched it months ago, and he says on his podcast, click this, deaf ears, baby. Guess they don't want this mother effing liberal anywhere near that program. No, they don't.
He's always good for a soundbite, isn't he, Kevin Nash?
He is. I'd have popped out of my boots seeing Big Daddy called Diesel
He's
popping
from
up.
Detroit in kayfabe. He's from Detroit. Is he really from... It's Michigan he's from, is it?
I thought it was Detroit. He turns up in most Detroit things.
Yeah.
He turned up at GCW in Detroit.
In real life, I mean. Is he real life Detroitan?
Are you working yourself into a shoot, brother?
Maybe I am, I don't know. But Diesel, the character, definitely is from Detroit.
Admittedly, SummerSlam was 17 hours long, but I would have happily had 20 minutes with sort of Grayson Waller getting a jackknife.
Yeah. Give Kevin Nash a Slim Jim. Why the hell not? He loves snapping into them, doesn't he?
Give him a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
He did do the Slim Jim adverts for a little bit. Yes, he did, because Savage left, and I think him and Bam Bam Bigelow did some Slim Jim adverts, and they were rubbish in comparison.
Write itself.
It writes itself, and we'll write more wrestling news throughout the day at cultaholic.com. Stay safe.
No drama, CM Punk. No drama. Don't do any drama.